strange, please don't look at me. Getting paid, like what I can see. Devil rays, burning up the street. Do it for no reason, come and play, girl, won't you sing with me? 3 homies on the back street, walking nice. 3 honeys in the backseat, walking nice. Reality gon' pass me, walking nice. Yeah, walking nice. Be honest, you don't know me, walking nice. This life we live ain't lonely, walking nice. Back who you wanna show me, walking nice. Yeah, walking nice, yeah. Your actions frighten me, that's what you said. I'm the monster hiding under your bed. Something new is here, something for you. But something happening, sip a little avenue. Feeling strange, please don't look at me. Getting paid, like what I can see. Devil rays, burning up the street. Do it for no reason, come and play, girl, won't you sit with me? Dance for, make them happy, walking night. Keep it moving with the battery, walking night. Suit on, I'm feeling classy, walking night. Yeah, walking night. This life we live ain't over, walking night. Nobody's here, come over, walking night. Black dress down around your shoulders, walking night. Yeah, walking night, yeah.
Hello, what's going on? Hello. I don't know if the notifications are going to go out right away. It may take a few minutes for them to go out, for the few that do go out, but I appreciate anybody that is here already. Good afternoon, late afternoon. I'm late to doing my morning stream. I don't know if you caught last night's live where we did commentary. It really wasn't like a regular live where I talked to the stream, like, and was in the chat. We were kind of trying to have a reaction, so when the replay watchers watch, they aren't confused by us talking to chat that they can't see right away sometimes. So I think we did pretty good, though. Stayed on track without veering too much off into anything else. We didn't really talk over each other. I know I talked a whole lot more. I need to learn how to shut up sometimes and let Sophie talk more. But in this situation, I've been following it for a long time, and so I know a lot more of what's been going on. So that's why I'm mostly explaining it. But as we get more into it, you guys are going to see that it's going to be a little bit different. Tonight, we may actually go into some of the videos so that you guys can see what is going on and why these questions have arose and this situation has come to what it has, and let you guys see that, because I know a lot of you guys don't even know who she is. So what's up, Quirky? My Quirky. Yes, what's up, Adri? It's been a minute. I've been watching her for years, and this really was so F to me, but at least found some new people to watch from this. Yes. And me and Sophie are going to be covering the whole docu-series. We are going to break it down because a lot of people, they don't know how to look for them signs, and I don't know. If you didn't catch my live last night, definitely check it out, because I think it was really good. And I think me and Sophie did really well without talking over each other too bad or anything. But I need to learn how to not talk as much. But it'll get better as the time goes by. And then we're going to cover a true crime case, but we're going to do that over on her channel, because true crime sometimes can lead your channel to not, the algorithm doesn't truly like a lot of true crime, as far as from what I'm understanding. So we're going to do that over there because she does her channel for fun, and I'm trying to draw an income as much as I can. I'm just being real. I appreciate everybody that shows up, and I am glad that I have you guys to talk to and everything. But at the same time, I'm trying to put out content so you guys are getting some more out of it than just that, I think I did the ad placement pretty good on the videos. I didn't feel like I was like breaking a conversation in half where I placed the ads at. So so far so good on it. I like how it turned out. Hopefully it'll start to pick up more views. I'm found some more hashtags to add to it. But we're gonna be going tonight, and we may skip the second part of or another going to the another reaction on that docu series and just go in tonight and let you guys know a little bit more about who she is and why this situation is what it is. So that's my plan, and that's what she was saying. And I was like, yeah, it's a good idea. Have to do, Aaron. I can catch the replay. Okay, Adri, you're good. But thank you. I'm loading groceries in the car. Oh, you went to the grocery store. I so need to go to the grocery store. My phone is jacked, so my messages even worse than normal. Oh, you're good. Thank you, Quirky. I know you were there for the whole time. Chicken lips. Is it okay to sleep with dudes to get what you want? Um, depends. I don't know. Like, is this dude your husband or your boyfriend? I mean, sometimes, and there's a bargaining situation that can be done there, but not if you're a kid or if you're just doing it to make someone like you. Like, don't give up your cookie for that. It ain't worth all that. Like, make sure if you haven't, what I'm saying, it's precious, and you try to keep it as precious as you can for as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Liz, did you catch my mine and Sophie's reaction last night on the Jessica Kent stuff? We're gonna be doing the whole going over and reacting to the whole docu series. We're making sure we completely fair used it. YouTube fully monetized it. I didn't know for sure if they would put limited ads on it because some words were said in there that YouTube doesn't normally like, but I think we did it in the right context to where they had no problem with monetizing it. So the ads are running on it. And the placement I think is pretty good if you've watched it back. I did myself, and it's not like cutting us off at all, or they come in at pretty good times. So, but yeah, chicken lips, savor that. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like a boyfriend like that you ain't been with long, or if you're young, like, no, don't do that. But I mean, if it's your husband and you're really trying to get something, I mean, it can be used as a bargaining tool. And I'm not saying that's healthy or it's unhealthy, because sometimes that's the only time the couples be having sex is when one of them's getting something out of the deal. So, because sometimes they both don't always get something out of the deal, if you catch my drift. Okay. Quirky laughing at me. I think it all depends, right, Quirky? You're welcome, Chicken Liz. The rabbit and the live chested friend. Trisha. Okay, I did a whole community post just to you that said, I cannot find your email nowhere. So I don't know where you're sending it, but I want you to send it to the Krista X Posse email. It's the one in my about section, or even the Krista Exposed, and make sure you're spelling it right, because I have not one email from you. Liz! You the shit. I think it's subjective and it all depends on the situation, right? Yeah. I agree with that 100. Did I answer you? Hold on, what's your email? Who? Okay, so I got you confused with somebody else, I think. I answered you. Now, hold on a minute. Now I'm gonna go into my sent and I don't know. I guess I got your email confused with someone else. I guess I maybe thought I was talking to someone else, or maybe I thought I was avoiding someone else because if I responded. And hey, I just suck. Um, yeah. So that's the email. Okay, okay, okay. All right, I got you. I sent you a TikTok video too, huh? Oh, did you? Okay, I gotta check it out. Um, I feel stupid as hell. Y'all know, like when people call me, I'm like, what the fuck are you calling me for? I'm so I like I don't I'm not really good on the phone. I don't know. I can get on here and talk, but it's like if there's any kind of dead air or anything, I don't know. I get bored on the phone or run out of shit to say, and it's like I get put on the spot like stage fright or something. I don't know. You can't remember shit, so it's all good. Well, I was reading back in the comments because the chat finally loaded, and I was able to read the comments that I didn't read last night. And I've got the chat pulled up on my StreamYards too, so I can see everyone that came through. And we're gonna try to answer because I'm taking a picture of it, so I can answer the questions that came through last night. So I know you had a few questions that came through, and other people did too, so we'll make sure we answer those tonight. And then I was telling them, Sophie, that we wouldn't, that I told them that we would be kind of giving them a short, like, breakdown of who she is, so that the people who don't know who we're talking about, they'll kind of have an idea. I know there's a lot of people who do know, but for the ones that don't, you guys need a little bit more context to the situation. So we're gonna tonight we're gonna go over some of her TikToks and her posts and show you guys the reasons why her subs and everybody is worried about her. And these are the ones that she's kept up. I hate talking on the phone. You hate talking on the phone. Y'all hit that like button, please. Yes, hit that like button. And afterwards, the live's over. Guys, comment. I don't care what you say. Just don't be nothing that's gonna get you in trouble, or get with YouTube. But the more you guys comment and engage with each video, the more YouTube will push that video. So if I can get anybody that's coming through here to watch last night's and engage with it, maybe share it to your community tab, share it to your social medias if you don't mind. Try to let anybody you know, because it is up and it is actually posted as the first episode of the podcast Chaos After Dark. Um, because after listening to it, I don't hope you don't mind, Sophie, but I added it as the first episode because I think we did really well on our first night, and it sounded more like what you would hear on a podcast than like a regular live stream. If we had talked a whole lot to chat, then I wouldn't have done it. But I believe you can still follow the story pretty well by just watching it all the way through. Okay, okay. Let's see. Yeah, there was when you called me. It was so hard texting and driving yesterday going 70. Don't do that ever for me. Don't ever say, like, bitch, get on the fucking phone because I'm driving and I will get on the phone because I don't want anyone risking that. If you know, Carl was in an accident in 2015 where a kid was texting and driving and took him out, shattered his pelvis and his collarbone and ripped his aortic valve off his heart. And, like he called it out 6 times, and bad ended up. He lost so much blood they had to start pumping him full of plasma because that's all they had on the life flight that was taking him to a whole other state because the trauma was so bad, and he had to fully recover. He was childlike for a long time, and he's back to being the same old asshole today. But well, I mean, he does have some brain damage from it, and then he also has some damage from when he had that fall in 21 that we're still fighting in court. So yeah, don't like be like, no, I'm text. That's all you got to say is I'm driving, and I will get on the phone. Yeah, I asked a few. I think I filled the whole comment section as I always do. Yes, you do good. And did you see the lady in the comments? Like, I don't know if you're gonna watch me now, lady, but she claims like she's in my comments defending Jessica, and she's like, I am shocked by your behavior. I am a subscriber of yours too, and if I ever heard anybody's going in at you, I would so totally take up for you and say this, and that. And I'm like, where the fuck you been for the last year? Because that's all I got to say. Because if you've been around at all, you know I've been drugged completely, horribly, um, in this last year for multiple reasons. People that want to talk crap about my health. People want to say I'm savaging, e-begging. Well, you know what? If I have my link scrolling across the bottom and anyone wants to donate, it's appreciated. But I am actually putting out content too. So I'm not just doing live streams that are about absolutely nothing. I'm finally putting out content again. And I'm going to keep putting out content. So that the ad revenue and all that gets better. But like, it's been hell, and it's like, okay, well, if you, she's like, if someone was talking about you this way, I would be right there defending you like I am her. And I'm like, where in the hell have you been? Because I've been drugged all up and down these YouTube streets for the last year, since my birthday last year, and my birthday is about to hit again, October 5th. And I'll be damn, I better have a better birthday month than I did last year on YouTube. Damn it. It was horrible. Yeah, you seen the comment. I call bullshit too. It's like, where you at then? Where you been? And I almost wanted to ask her. I was like, so, she talks about addiction and recovery and all that, but she didn't mention nothing about the whole situation. Like, because, so if she knows me that well, she would have said something about, yeah, I followed you, and I know. But she was talking about she knows my journey through addiction. It's like, well, if you know that, you know a lot of other stuff. And she didn't even respond after I started calling her on. I was like, where you been at? Like, well, I ain't seen you in nobody's comments. I ain't seen you in nobody's live saying you shouldn't talk about her that way. You don't know her journey. Because that was what she was saying. It's like, where you been at? Because you ain't been defending me. And I don't expect anybody to, but just tell me that, I would be doing the same thing in someone else's comments if they were talking about you. And it's like, okay, well, where you been at? That's all I want to know. Where you been at? Oh, yeah, I think we did good. Just the first part of our conversation. If the roads would have been busy, I wouldn't have done it. I was the only one on the road. Okay, maybe feel a little bit better. And then also, if you do it and you have it on a device, there's if you have like if your phone's equipped enough, most smartphones now you can say Google send text to blah 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 blah, and as long as you got them saved in your contacts, the Google will totally send a text for you by voice. You just got to set it up. Um, so that can be done as well. Corky's driving. Don't be commenting. Just listen. Girl, I had an old lady either died before hitting me or after at a stoplight. She was going 60 plus, and I had a lawsuit because they took her in an ambulance and left me and my 1-year-old son on the side of the road. What? Hell, that is crazy. Texas girl. Good morning. My dog had babies today, and for some reason she said eating. What the fuck? I got to save a few. What? Wait. The dog had babies today, and for some reason is she trying to eat them? Is that what you're saying? Sometimes the mothers will at first. Sometimes you have to separate the ones that she's trying to do that with, and you've got to feed them, bottle feed them. it's crazy. They usually only try to consume the ones that pass. I've seen it with the dogs before. It's not uncommon. And then if a dog knows that they don't have enough teats to and enough milk to take care of them all, they usually will sacrifice one. We had she was a timber wolf mixed with pit bull, and she was a wolf, and the puppies were mixed with pit bull, and she had too many, so she tried to drown one of them in a 5-gallon bucket of water. She picked them up and dropped them right in it. I was like, what? Yes, Trisha, I know you defend me. I do. And I appreciate every bit of it. I don't expect people to, but I appreciate anybody that does, because there's quite a few people that have stuck up for me. And then there's others that swore they were ride or die and all this. And a lot of them were new people from the last year that subscribed. They swore they were with me forever, that I always have my back no matter what. And then they dropped me like a hotcake over some bullshit. And I didn't even do nothing wrong. It's just because someone else doesn't like me, they don't like me. So whatever. Kick rocks and don't come back. Yeah, I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Woo, yeah. I need to play around with it and do that with text messages. Yeah, you can do it for sure. I want a new phone, but mine is a $189 refurbished from Amazon. It's a Samsung Galaxy S22. It's a lower version than the S20 or S plus 20, but this is the S22 or A22. I can't remember exactly, but no, I'm talking about mine. Oh. And it still runs good as hell, considering, but it's not it's a Galaxy, but it's not one of the higher tech Galaxy. I had my 9 and my 10. They were the shit. If they hadn't broken and shattered into a million pieces, or the screen did, then I would have still be using those. But yeah, I'm happy with the phone I got. I had somebody offer me phone service last year, and I was like, I can't do it because I couldn't get a phone, and then finally someone sent me a phone, but I would have been hooked up on someone else's plan. It would have been free to them, but that would have gave people access to my personal and private stuff, I guess, because I think you can pull text and all that, and it really wasn't worth it. And she was like, come on, I'll do it, and I couldn't get the phone while she was pushing, and I was like, well, the only way I can do it is if you let me pay the payments on one of their phones, because you can't just take any phone like the one I have and use it on that service. I would have had to have gotten a whole new phone, and someone ended up sending me a used one, but it literally you couldn't put a case on it. So the first time it hit the ground, it shattered, and it was from 2015. So it was like a Moto phone. I appreciated everything, right? She sent it to me, and that it could work, but it broke right away. I didn't even have time to talk about getting it hooked up. But the other person that offered all that to do that now has turned around and made it look like I was begging them to buy me $1,000 phone. It's like, no, I just said the only way I can do it is if I get a phone through them and they let me make the payments on it, because they were having me added to their account. I couldn't buy the phone with that discount that they were offering online unless I had a plan, and the plan was in their name, so it would have never worked out unless they let me pay them. So that whole ordeal got turned around on me. Many situations that people have tried to hold against me are bullshit. Hey, I defend you. Yes, you. Hanging. Tex Mex, it's the first litter and are too young or old to have babies. They can eat them, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, that I've seen it a lot, especially if they think something's wrong, or if they don't. If there's sometimes the mothers just don't know and they try to eat them, and sometimes you can just separate them for a few days and things will be fine. Sometimes you have to take them in and feed them all yourself. Hey Tater, what you doing? Hey, hey. And simply so. I don't know why dogs do that. Texas girl, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's crazy. Mine is a Galaxy A51. Oh, but good. Yeah, I got the A22. So it's 20s. And yeah, but he's got, because he had a replacement from his old phone when he broke it. He had insurance, and we sent it in, and because they didn't have, let me tell you, if they didn't, because they didn't have that phone anymore, they didn't make it. They gave him the updated version, so he ended up with the S plus 20 from a 10. He went from an S10, S10 plus or whatever to an S20 plus, just because of the insurance. Girl, I had a time getting this phone sent to me. I will tell you tonight what happened. Yeah, she's a bit off the head. Oh, that's horrible, girl. Oh my goodness. Like, I think I laugh whenever and it's like the most messed up, like, times. I didn't mean to laugh. Like, I give the wrong emotion. It's just like, oh. Did she get them all, though? That's what your hubby has? See, Carl has a better phone than me because he got his insurance in, and he's like, "You take the better phone." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no," because now he's had. Well, I probably should have took it, but for some reason, it's not reading a SIM card. The phone works, everything works. It's not reading a SIM card, but we did not try putting the tape on there, Tater. I forgot about that. Like, making it thicker so that the contacts will read. Hopefully, it's not the thing that it reads it is disconnected. If that's not the case and it just needs to be pushed down, I think the tape might work. I didn't even try that yet. I totally forgot about it till just now. Brenda, what are you doing? Good afternoon, Chris and chat. What kind of dog is it? Yeah, a terrier. Yeah, and my mom's friend, when I was growing up, they raised rat terriers. They're cute little dogs. They remind me of Jack Russells, but with smaller head, like a Chihuahua head. And that one of the litters that her dogs had did the same thing. So was you able to save any of them? Or did she have them and do it before you could get to them? Or, I mean, even if she had them around you and you went to sleep and it happened, it's nothing that you could blame yourself for because that's just nature. You're supposed to leave them. You're good to save three. Don't think of it that way. That's something that is nature, and nature happens. If the dog was in the wild having them, you wouldn't have been able to save the three. So just be grateful you saved three. Maybe that's all that she's truly meant to be able to handle. And once they get a little bigger, she'll see them as a dog and not as a threat. But I would definitely keep her away from them until, and I don't know, for quite a while, and make sure that you're always supervising when they're together. And yeah, Tater, I believe the same thing. Everything happens for a reason. That may just be what she was meant to be able to handle. If she won't let them feed, um, there's there's milk, there's pet milk or whatever you can buy, and you can get the little syringes. If I don't know if I have any little bitty ones, but I have syringes that are would still you'd still be able to feed droplets of the milk to them at a time. So if you don't have them, I could send you. They're sanitized big ones for whenever I was having to mix my medication. In the So I ended up with a shitload of extras. So if you need some so that you can feed them, I can send you like 10 of them or so that you got extras. Just let me know. And then I was thinking about, okay, so these bags, I have these little bags of saline in there that was left from then, and then I have larger ones for if I need fluids. But the little bags, I thought about draining them out and putting actual water in them, and then taking some of the tubing that I have and putting it in a plant because they've got watering systems like that for plants. You just put the IV bag up inside the plant and let it. It's even got a little number thing on it, tells you how fast you want the water to get into the plant. So it's a constant drip of water, and you don't have to constantly water the plant. I think that's like the coolest idea in the world. So I could empty out the saline and put like fresh water in there. I could put water that's mixed with, like plant food and stuff to help it grow. I don't know. It's just the idea. You might have to halter her head so she can't reach the puppies and make her lay there to feed. Yeah, you can do that. Um, just put a muzzle on her and kind of lay there and not. I mean, if you physically got to hold the dog down and she's being that aggressive, I would say just hand feed them, which it's going to be hard. But if you can get her to lay down and you can just pet her head while they're feeding and keep her occupied and calm, that would probably be good. And yes, Sophie's right. You could probably go to the pharmacy and let them know what you got going on, and they could give you the smaller ones, the dropper ones. I think I might even have a couple of the droppers. So if you can't find them at your pharmacy, definitely let me know. I'll send you some. Sometimes the animal can eat them if they believe that the baby is sick, weak, or like Krista said, if they have too many. It happens also if they fear any predators or fear, etc. All animals can do that. That unfortunately, yeah. Um, I've like I never really like the dogs that I've seen do it weren't really aggressive dogs or anything like that. They didn't mind being around other dogs. I just believe that it was they didn't think they could take care of them. But if I could have got to them first, I would have got them away. But you can't ever tell when that's going to happen. Tater says Tractor Supply or and any vet and a vet can help you. They can get you the supplement, yeah, and they can get you like the good milk and all that. But I believe PetSmart has all of the stuff that you need, like all in one section. If you have to hand feed the pups, if you need any like plastic gloves, I have boxes, like probably 40 boxes of latex gloves. So if you need one, let me know because I got like 200 gloves in a box. Just keeping them far from her and got them milk. Okay. I mean, some of them will instantly, like if you put it on a plate, will instantly just know and they'll lick it up. But you want to make sure they're getting enough, because sometimes they can't get it, lap enough of it up in there. But yeah, just depends. Some of them will try to. Some of them might wean a whole lot earlier than others. It just depends. Since you're hand feeding them, I try to as soon as you could to introduce them to maybe some wet food, and then as soon as they got teeth enough to chew the hard food, you can wean them pretty quickly if need be. Just make sure that you're not stunting their size. Like you don't cut it too quickly. That's probably best. Yes, I have had this happen. I have grown up. My mom rehabbed pit bulls and rehomed many other, and it's what I do as well. I have many, but I train them as well, etc. Expensive. I work nonstop. I get no funds outside. That's crazy. Definitely crazy. Um, if you can set, I don't know like how to go about it, but if you can set up something, because YouTube has where you can like dedicate streams to certain charities. If you can try to get it established as a non-for-profit, um, what you got going on there, then I think like if I'm not mistaken, I can like run a stream where everything that would come in is like, and I would be telling people if you want to donate, donate because it's going to be going to a charity, and YouTube gives their part, I believe, even so the full amount goes to the charity, and it never goes through my hands. YouTube donates it directly to the place, but you have to be an established non-for-profit. And I couldn't use my business because my business is for profit. So I will thank you for advice, guys. No problem. I've worked with a lot of pups and fostered a lot, and rehomed a lot of them. There's a lady here in the community named Martha who works with paws, and she is amazing. And so that's who I've fostered for is paws in Southern Indiana. One day I will get lots of money and expand my rescue to the best one ever. Biatches, these animals are better than people and they give me life. Absolutely. 100. Tex, you can go, girl, you can have you go in with a couple puppies and feed them. Just don't leave her alone. Right. Just don't forget to run the little button with warm washcloth so it stimulates the potting. Okay, that's not something that I really knew much about. I know that like rubbing them, it gets their heart pumping and their blood moving and all that stuff. But I did not know that it helps with like getting their bowels moving. I didn't know that because they probably are a little constipated on the way out. Yeah. Yes, you have to make them go potty every feeding like mom does. Well, I guess the dog, because I mean, it's only been when I was younger that I had the puppy issue. But I didn't do that. I didn't know that that wasn't being done. But also, she wasn't being aggressive towards them. She just was. She tried to get rid of ones that she had too many. She had like 11, and she tried to get rid of some extra ones. And so she maybe, I guess, did all that massaging that dogs normally do for the puppies to get them to go to the bathroom. I don't know. Didn't know that. I only say this one's a stream, but if anyone wants to become a member, memberships are available. And if you want to support the channel, there's links going across the bottom. There's super chats and super thanks if you're watching this on replay. It's kind of the same. It's just your comment shows that you donated and your comment goes up on into the comments instead of the live chat. But I appreciate any of you guys just coming in and watching, and then the people, even if you come back and watch it again once the ads are posted, because it takes a little while for YouTube to approve the monetization past the limited ads, and then once the live chat's loaded, usually the monetization's on there. And so anybody that wants to rewatch it, you're very much thanked because that brings in ad revenue, because on the lives, you only get the ad in the beginning if you turn the monetization on before you go live. Most of the time, I end up doing it afterwards because I don't want to bug you guys with ads during the lives. So that's why creators don't really make anything from ad revenue when you do live streams. That's why a lot of people promote for the super chats and the links. Now, when you do uploads and the replays and you can add ads in there, that's when you start getting AdSense. And sometimes it can be really good. But knowing that interaction, like by liking the stream, commenting, and responding to other people's comments, liking their comments or disliking their comments, all that stuff is considered interaction with my channel, whether it be negative or positive. So even the haters, they're all benefiting me in some way because that makes the algorithm say, okay, but they're paying attention to her a little more. Let's send a little more notifications out. So, I mean, I got one person that came back and had not gotten a notification in 2 to 3 years from me, was just in here the other day. So hopefully we're getting shit fixed. Rubbed little butts, dang phone. Yeah. Yes, you have to make the go potty every feeding like mom does. Go potty, stupid phone, rub their bottom, stimulating them to use the bathroom every time. Not hard, but enough to stimulate. It's crucial. They can't themselves, and mom licks them to go. Okay, gotcha. That's I guess that's something the dog did both times because I didn't have. She wasn't being aggressive to the ones that she wanted to keep, if that makes sense. Tater, I just saw that you said the same as me, and we both can't type. That's really, man. People get so mad at my grammar on here and my lack of punctuation and all that. It's like, but I'm writing as shorthand as I possibly can. I don't care if it's the biggest run-on sentence in the world. I know some people get totally clowned for it, but I'm not doing it because I don't know how to talk. Well, right now it sounds like I can't, but it's not like I don't know how to use grammar and all that. I just don't because it's easier. But a lot of people get irritated with that. So I apologize if it bothers you, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier on me. They don't have enough space in my home to house enough animals that they will make me a nonprofit. I have been working on it for years. Dang. Rabbit, my phone changed it, and I'm sure yours did too. Um, I would say we could do it anyway and have them donate to. If you put like a GoFundMe, but if they're not going to donate to me and expect, and half these people probably wouldn't trust me to turn the money over, and I'm just being real. I would 100%, but that less likely to get donations from people for the dogs if it's done that way. Now, if you can make like a GoFundMe for this, I could post that link and run a stream that's dedicated just for that, like for people to donate and like do silly dares and stuff to get people to donate and shit. At this point, I think at like $25 or $35 so far for the month. So if I don't get another 65 before the end of the month within memberships and all that, then I won't be cashing out. So I'll be working my butt off putting content out and not just live streams where I'm bullshitting and just doing this. Like I want to um keep putting content out and so that you guys have stuff to watch, and then I don't feel bad when people contribute because I'm actually doing a lot of work behind the scenes to do this stuff. So I'm trying to become a wildlife rehabber. I do it anyway, just not licensed, and it should help me, but we will see. Yeah, I think a lot of people would help if, as long as it was to a GoFundMe that I didn't have control of, that then they would trust to send. You'll join my membership? Awesome. I just believe that less people would do because they wouldn't trust me, and people don't know me. I don't know. I love you too. He said if these people really looked into it, they'd know better than that. But you know, even if I showed receipts and everything, people would still be crappy. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty much used to it at this point. So, yay. Yeah, it's I have until what's this month got 30 days. Yeah, so I have until the 30th to get up there. And YouTube takes 30% of everything that comes in. Super chats, memberships, everything. So it's more like in reality, if I'm like 65 short, then and it'd be almost like $100 again because YouTube's going to take 30% of everything that's sent in. Now it's so fucking confusing. When I first started YouTube, I did not understand it at all, and then like you get paid for what you did last month, the following month on the 21st, if that makes sense. It's like they hold back a whole month's paycheck. Turn it on. They can skip the ads as well. I hate them, but I am used to it now. Yeah, I have all the ads on my stuff, and I have tried to place them in the video to where they are not cutting into the story, and then also like if you watch, I think it's 30 seconds of the ads, it just just give them like 30-second chance. And then if you click on the stuff, it also helps with the revenue more so because that's more interaction with that product. Um, and there's some great, like they put some big commercials. Like sometimes I have like car commercials for like Chevy or Ford or, you know what I'm saying? Or a new movie coming out, or there's all kinds of stuff they put in the ads now. And I'm trying to figure out how I can add ads to my website because I can charge people to put ads up on my website. Because as of right now, I'm getting about 3,000 people through a month, and I'm not even doing anything on the website. If I started posting like not vlogs, blog like content right now, like celebrity gossip, YouTube gossip, all that, I would get more traffic through there because it would hit more stuff on Google. Greggy Carlotta gifted mine. I'll definitely redo it when it expires because I kind of like it. I love you, Tater. You're a sweetheart. Look, Tater got a wrench. Probably one of the first people that actually got a wrench on their first trip into my room because I had already known Tater from other streams and that they were dropping my links right and left in. And I was like, Tater's cool people. I already know. Instant moderation. You put the membership link on your about page for iPhone users. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Because see, I have a pre-written out description that has my like company's disclaimer and the fair use disclaimer and everything in it. I should probably add it in there as well, so people could just hit the description and go to it. But yeah, it's the same link it's the link that I can grab off of the studio from my browser, right? The one in the right corner. You're home, yay! Safely home. Also, if you use an Apple device to super chat, they take an extra 20%. No, I didn't know that. So they charge you guys 20%, or they take an extra 20%. I did not know that. Well, the one thing I do like about that's kind of messed up. I don't remember even being informed of that. When they start doing that, but one of the good things now is it'll start to tell you how much you've made per stream after YouTube takes their part. So you can go back and look at each video and see how much you made altogether from super chats, ad revenue, super stickers, all that stuff. I was just talking about you. Quirk is my buddy. Everywhere I go, Quirky goes. Everywhere I go, Quirky goes, or everywhere Quirky goes, I go. I swear, would be another chat scene. I'll be like, Quirky, she got Krista. It's okay as long as my husband finds a new job soon. Then I can swing it. I feel strange asking for money, even though I am taking care of other animals they threw away. Yeah, I know. I honestly, even being on here, putting out content, and dropping my links and telling people that donations are appreciated and all that, I still feel like shit because people have made me feel like shit for doing that. And it's like, but I'm doing no different than any other creator. But it is what it is. It doesn't show up for Apple users. It's the same link. Okay. Well, my membership link is in the description. I just remembered. If you go down in my description, it says membership. It doesn't say membership, but the link at the end says join. I forgot to put the word membership above it, and it's copy and pasted on my clipboard, and it's saved like permanently. And I just I paste it when I go. I need to be writing membership and then recopy and paste it and then saving it permanently, because it just says, if you scroll through my description, you'll see a link that is HTTP at the front and join at the end. That's the membership link. So I forgot, I did put it in the thing. I just looked at it on my clipboard. Where's the membership link? I'm looking. It is if you can't see it by clicking on my picture, like close the chat out, click on my picture. If you don't see it on the main page where it says join, you can scroll down in this description of this video and look for the link that has the word JOIN, join, in the end of it. And that's the link. That's crazy, 20%. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'll have to definitely look into that. Oh yeah, and then it says if you're on a Android device, on the right side, there's the money sign. There's super chat, super thanks, and memberships. I send a bat signal for you. Laugh out loud. Like Batman. For real though, I don't know. I swear, and one stream will end and we won't talk to each other, and literally both of us will go to the same next live that's going on, and we'll be like, Quirky, Chris. Like, and then Quirky sends super chats to people. Chris, are you in here? And you know them. Oh my god, you did it in someone's chat before they got real mad at me, and you could tell they didn't like it, but they didn't bother to turn it away because it was a super chat. Well, I'm not super chatting you again, laugh out loud. They still have my motherfucking money when I send it to you. You'll send when I send it to you, I'll send it to you next time. Cash App, awesome. I appreciate that because it covers. Right now, I've not covered my premium, my YouTube premium, so that I don't have to watch the ads. So when we're covering something, you guys don't have to watch the ads because it cuts into the coverage. And the reason we didn't have to see any ads last night is because we used Sophie's premium, and then she's the one that controlled it, because I don't have my premium covered right now. And then I've also got covered to StreamYard. Seems like they both hit the same time. Birds of a feather, right? That's why it's better to Cash App as creators if you're going to donate. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have any of them pay apps because they don't want their personal information out there, and I totally get it. So they like the anonymity of the super chatting. It keeps their screen name out. Tastes bad medicine and I pull a lot following each other. So you and bad medicine are the same. I end up in a lot of the chats that you guys are in too. I think me and Quirky end up. I think we all go to the same places. Oh, you have an iPhone? Okay, so go X out of the chat, click where the title is, it says more. Hit that, and there should be a description. You should see the description, and scroll down, and you'll see a link that says join at the end. It's sitting all by itself. It's sitting in between something. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and I'll grab it. You hear me? There we go. I got it. I went to my studio and got it. I need to fix that in the description though, because the description one is just sitting all by its lonesome. No one knows what it means. Yes, it was quirky. Yes, it was. I was like, oh, I know she ain't now. Every time she look at the super chat, she gotta see my name. Because when you go into your monetization thing on your studio, it shows you all your super chats and what they say and stuff. And so you can always go back and scroll through and see every single super chat you ever received. And oh, that's just funny. So there is the link. No Rabbit, do you have Chrome downloaded on your Apple product? If so, if you're on YouTube from there, it will show up. Ah, I didn't know that. She left it up on her panel for a while. I know. It was great. I was like, oh no, you didn't. And that was before she claimed to not like me, but she didn't like me then either. It is what it is. I mean, either people love me or they absolutely hate me. Hey, the rabbit and his lab tested friends. Trisha, you fucking rock. Oh shit, I stepped on the phone. Ow. Brenda, I'm loving these slides more and more every fucking day because I don't have to bend down to do the shoes. And then she got me from my wish list. She got me the Adidas slides. They were on sale. And then these shoes, they're like tennis shoes, but they're slides. They got no back on them. So if you need, dressier kind of tennis shoe, I got those, or I can just slide on the Adidas slides. Yeah, you did it. I gotta make sure that I give that link to moderators so they can drop it in chats. Because other people be dropping their shit all the time. Well, they can hate on me all they want. I'm gonna do the same thing. Because at least I'm putting fucking content out now. Nobody can say that I'm just on here bitching about the YouTube not being fair to me. No, at least I'm putting content out. Thank you, Sophie. I told Sophie, I was like, don't let me be lazy unless I'm puking. Be like, bitch, get on. I'll just buy a snack and ice cream bus and pick y'all up. I'm down. I love me some sweets. I live in my Archie's Best flip flops if you have high arches. I do. How much are Archies? Can you get them through Amazon? I'll put them on my wish list because this bitch is broke. YouTube Premium cost me, it's like $15.99 or $16.99, is it? Kirky, you know, don't you? It's 15 or $16.99, and then the Streamlabs used to be $20, and now it's $25.99 or $24.99. Can't remember. It's one of the two. But yeah, it's definitely not free to be a creator. And then we're paying like extra $30 a month for higher speed internet. Like, I don't know if you noticed yesterday, my picture was really clear. We didn't have any lagging or anything. It's because the internet is on point. Because I used to have the most horrible internet in Colorado, and I had a fan that I didn't realize because I never watched my content back that was apparently tweeting the whole time. So my first like 20 live streams, all you hear in the back is it's horrible. Woohoo! Welcome, rabbits. Other my Archies. How much is YouTube Premium? No, Amazon. They are about 35, but I've had my 2 pairs for 3 years. Yeah, shoes usually last me a very, very long time. I've been in the ER with the worst UTI ever. I finished all antibiotics, but I'm not better. I had blood in my knee. It causes damages to the kidneys. Why am I still having symptoms? Girl, were they giving you for the UTI? Did they give you, is it IV or was it oral? Because it sounds like they're not giving you a strong enough antibiotic. Maybe you need an IV of a large dose at one time. Like, if it's bad enough, vancomycin, depending on whether it's bacterial or fungal. If it's fungal, I'd say like mycophenolate. Probably, I'd be asking the doctors because those are like the strongest antibiotic and antibacterial biotic, and then there's the antifungals. Right, we're going live unless I'm puking my brains out, like because the gastroparesis happens sometimes, but usually I can still function for the most part. So as long as I ain't puking, I'm going on. And I told her, I was like, no, you just gotta call me and be like, no, you going on, bitch. Go, I cannot believe you've been in the ER and you're just now telling us. Why'd you keep that quiet, rabbit? Water with iodine, salt, flush that shit out. I have kidney disease, so I'm sorry, hun. Yeah, I've had a lot of kidney stones in my past, and they placed a kidney stent in my urethra at one point so that I could pass stones. And yeah. You may have a stone stuck, is maybe why you don't have it's not gone yet, because until that stone gets unstuck, a lot of times the infection won't go away. Yeah, water and is that now I know like I'm supposed to use like iodized salt or whatever whenever I'm have with my POTS issue. Like sometimes I just literally take like a packet of salt, put it on my tongue, and swallow it. My body needs salt like that, sodium. But that pink Himalayan salt, I wonder if it'd be any better for the kidneys or not. That's why I'm more carnivore than keto. I love meat. I could solely eat meat. I mean, I do like some vegetables, but I'm not like the biggest vegetable person. I could eat just meat all the time. I have no doubt. But I don't know how good that would. I know that they say like red meat is really good for the enzymes in your stomach that put out happy like feelings. So that's a good thing. You take the iodine drops every day, 3 drops. Do you have POTS? or just the kidney stuff? I'm not just, I mean, but is that all, or do you have POTS too? I didn't know what the issue was, why I was having the problems I was having. I didn't know POTS existed until I ended up with the gastroparesis diagnosis and the EDS diagnosis and the POTS all like pretty much slamming back to back. I still have to have some genetic testing done on the some more genetic testing done on the ADS, but kidney and knee. Yeah, my knee, my iron sits at about 36 to 38, and I should be between the 100 around. My doctor wants me around the 150 range, and even with the intravenous um, iron, it's still um, didn't it didn't like absorb into my body. And then they even tried the really strong, and they went from ferrous sulfate to the stronger one, and it still did nothing. It took me up to 50, but I dropped back down really quick. So yeah, iron is my anemia is really bad, and it's not a good thing to have with POTS. Quirky, you sound like me. Like there's certain things I'll eat. Um, I'm really picky. He did at the grocery store though. They got those little Sargento things with the cheese and the crackers. I'm like, oh, fuck all that. We're gonna buy a big pack of Sargento cheese and then buy the big crackers, and there we go. Those little things are like $2 a pack for those little round, like 7 gram of protein or whatever. And he's like, they got 7 grams of protein each one of these you eat. It's like, yeah, but if I eat like 6 or 7 of the bigger versions, I'm gonna get more protein, right? And I'm gonna save some money. I'm a bargain bitch. Like I'll use coupons wherever I'm going. Like I'm about to be going to the grocery store. I'm not really supposed to go grocery store shopping by myself, but I'm only going to grab a few things because right now one of the stores here in town has got 49-cent eggs. Can't pass that up. And then there's $5 coupon off of your order of off of $35 for this week, next week, and the following week. So I get to use that $5 for 3 weeks. That's cool. If you hear I'm using the air vent, I'm not going outside. Yeah, neighbors have a yard sale, and I just feel weird when people pull up and look at me. Because I'm telling you, go carnivore for 30 days, you will feel amazing. Eat real butter. I eat half a stick a day and still feeling amazing. My doctor has been amazing. I'm a butter bitch. I take at least a half a stick of butter pretty much on what I cook a day is at least that much butter. He's like, he told me, he said, man, your cholesterol is going to be out of this world. I was like, oh, it ain't bothering me yet, so I ain't too worried about it. Like, I want to eat. I could live off of lunch and cheese, like, yeah. I definitely would like to try it. I need to research, like, I know I can have, it's 2 to 3 times a week. I can have salmon. I love salmon. And then I like pork and red meat, like steak. And does anyone know if you can have like catfish, like farm raised catfish? There's no mercury in that, right? And because that shouldn't count as like a seafood, you know? But I don't know. Does catfish have mercury in it? Mercury in it? Because salmon is like my favorite of all. And trigger wahoo, mahi mahi, stuff like that. I like meaty fish, but I don't like shellfish at all. Well, that I've tried so far. Woohoo, we got another member. Quirky updated her membership yesterday to the higher tiers. There's like 3 different tiers. But yeah, that all helps and is very much appreciated. There's my death now barking. Yeah, I don't like fishy fish. No, if it smells weird, uh, Dr. Barry. I just watched several videos on me. Okay, is he on YouTube? Hold on, let me hush my dog up. Chuchu, no, it's okay. That's daddy. That's daddy. That's daddy. That's daddy. All right, there we go. Marion, hello. How you doing? I don't like it to taste like the ocean. No, me either. If it's got like that fish twang to it, no. Chewy, stop. Stop, Bubby. Stop. You gotta, shh. I don't know why I'm talking. I could do this just moving my mouth. Bubby, that's Daddy. He's doing the noise. No one's breaking in. So it's very high in protein. Very good for you, yes. And it's my favorite. It's my favorite. I have a bladder and a urethra sling. I had reconstruction surgery 6 years ago. It got very expensive. It's amazing. Now, before it was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway with a huge baby. Oh no. I swear you got jokes, though. You need to be streaming. You need to be streaming more. For real. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be trying some of all that. You're funny. I had the stent. I didn't have a sling. I had a stent in my urethra. Oh my god, it hurt. I begged him to take it out. I was like, I'd rather pass the stone. Get that son bitch out. I could feel it. It hurt. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass it. I'll pass it on its own. Goodness gracious. I can't believe I've already been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. How you doing today, Marion? What you doing? So I think we got a few people here in chat who's going on the carnivore diet. We're going to eat straight meat for 30 days and see how we feel. And apparently we're supposed to feel a whole lot better. And I hear red meat is really good for the mind and body. Like it puts you in a better mood and makes you happier. The statistics on eating red meat. That's one reason why I would buy beef jerky on a regular, because chewing on beef jerky is straight red meat. So, and it's supposed to make you happy. So anything to work. Grab it. Oh my god, I'm telling you, I feel better than I did when I was in my 40s and I'm 57 and it has done so much. What? I've got to try this. So, Mr. X is about to go to the grocery today, and I may have to switch up the list and just buy a bunch of meat. And in reality, we have a butcher shop here that is really decent priced, and it's a lot fresher and better meat, in my opinion. So we may go there. And then we have like a place right by our house, like literally I could walk across my neighbor's yard and be there. That it's they sell like restaurant supplies, and literally our little neighborhood's butted up to a warehouse that's like in the back of off of a dam that's like back on a river. It sits off by itself because it was just a warehouse for a long time, and then they added the little store. So now you can go in and you can get anything pretty much that a restaurant has and makes. Like there's a restaurant here called Rafferty's, and they have these amazing croissants, and they use their bacon dressing. It's delicious. And they put some kind of like icing over it too, over the croissants. It's so, so good. They have them across the street, and I can know how to make them now. They sell the same biscuits, I swear, that McDonald's uses. If not, they're almost identical. They sell the gravy that tastes just like McDonald's. You just have to add sausage to it, but it tastes like sausage gravy before you add it anyway. Let's see. Oh, not so much in 1 month, and the doctor was shocked at how amazing her levels were from the carnivore diet. She was a diabetic stage and high blood pressure, etc. Now, not now. See, my blood pressure is extremely low. I with the POTS because like my normal is like you know between 75 and 80 over 50 to 55, maybe sometimes 60. My blood pressure is rarely ever the 30 apart that it's supposed to be. Uh, so like every once in a while, like I'll just be sitting there and just pass the fuck out for a second. That's when I've like used all my spoons for the day and I should be laying down, but I don't. Dude, I worked in the medical field and had to put a catheter in my lung once because the ER nurse couldn't do it. Yeah, I've had to cath myself before. Some of them just really don't know what they're doing, and they cause a lot more pain than you really need to. Um, you're down almost 24 pounds almost 5 months ago, and if you need to gain, it helps. My husband was 127, he's now 165. Yeah, if I go below 90 pounds, they're placing a feeding tube, so I'm not getting anywhere near that. I'm weighing about 123 right now. Um, so I need to do that, but I also got to make sure because I have a slow digestive system, to say the least, and so it's kind of hard to. I wonder how my body is going to react to all that. I may have to use like stool softeners and all that. But for me, I'll talk to my doctor. I see her tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't easy on her because she used to beat the shit out of me. Um, yeah, can relate to that. My mom was the same. She was way bigger than me. I was a little big thing. She would attack me until I started fighting back. And my little scrappy ass knows how to fight, so she realized she fucked up. I had her arm twisted right in the back, and I could have broke it with one more twist, and that my brother was about to jump on me and everything, but she had to put her hands on me, so I defended myself. It was a whole ugly ordeal. So we don't talk. That and a lot of other reasons. I keep telling people it's like it makes you the best you. I know it sounds messed up. I believe it. I've heard a lot of good things about the carnivore diet, like just straight meat, the ketovore diet. But is it actually the ketovore diet or the carnivore diet? Either one. I know it's all meat, but I think ketovore has something else too. You moved out at 16 when I felt like I wanted to fight back. Uh, yeah. See, except my mom started doing it, like beating up on me at 13, 12 and 13. By the time I was 15, mom said, because my boyfriend, I moved into my mom's house with me. Had really, she let my boyfriend stay the night all the time. It was nothing. And I hadn't, it was crazy. Anyways, she said if I wanted to be an adult and play house, that I could move out on my own. So I ended up being, uh, just turned 16 and had a 3-bedroom house that was bigger than my mom's, and was working a full-time job as a painter. And my boyfriend was working the same job as me at the time, the one that was abusive to me. I was with him for 7 years, and we became professional painters, and I kept into the painting after that for a while. But yeah, I moved out young. I'll rotate her whenever I am. I'll go back into the live once the chat loads and I'll watch that definitely. Last time Mom tried to choke me, I was 33 years old. It was not a good relationship. Wow, that's so crazy. Let's see, it was 2012. So 11 years ago was the last time. No, 2013. So 10 years ago, she tried to charge me at her house when I was going to pick up some things from her house that I had in her basement, and she didn't know Carl was with me, and she started charging outside the fence at me, and I was ready to fight her at that point, and she didn't know Carl was with me. He snapped because he's seen her try to grab me up. And that was it. He snapped. He's like, "You gonna do that?" I'll nail you in there and burn that motherfucker to the ground. That's exactly what he said. He does not like my mom with a passion. She put me through a lot. She tried to sell me off to a 22-year-old dude at like 15. There's a long story behind it, but yeah, we got a lot in common, girl. I just found a ton of videos on that. I forgot I could share for a minute. Yeah, you already. Yeah, I definitely will try it. As soon as the live chat loads from this, I will click on the video. It won't let me do it through StreamYard, so I don't know why, but it works over there. Anybody in here? Will somebody grab Sophie's channel link, Simply Sophie, and drop it in here, because we're not just going to be on this channel, but we're also going to be on her channel doing some of the true crime and all that, because I'm trying to see if I can steer clear of true crime over here for a little while to see if it makes a difference in me trying to get back in the algorithm. So, but we're going to do the true crime over there. So, and we've got a hell of a story we're going to be covering. It is not out. I mean, it went out, but nobody judged. Nobody did anything. The case got closed, and once you guys hear this, you're going to be like, what? Yeah, it's going to blow your mind. So, a subscriber reached out and told us about it, and me and Sophie started looking into it, and we definitely want to cover it. It needs the attention, and if it all works out, then we can end up possibly getting them to reopen the case and see if we can't find out what really happened. Yep. Very, very. Hey, what's up, Kimmy? How you doing? I'm getting ready to get off here because I've been on for an hour and 23 minutes. But I appreciate everybody that's been through here today, and make sure that you guys sub up to Sophie. Thank you, Tater. You rock with the links. Because we're going to be bouncing back and forth between me and Sophie's channel doing different things. So, yes, I will talk to you guys this evening. Me and Sophie will be on 6:05 p.m. Central Time and 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kimmy. I was on late today, and then I got to get off here so I can get ready for the stream tonight. And actually, since I haven't scheduled it yet, I'm gonna double check with Sophie and see if she wants to do it then or maybe an hour later. So more people, will be settled in and, maybe down to watch a little more. So I don't know. I'll talk to her and find out. So it'll either be 6:05 Central or 7:05 Central p.m. Be there, be square. I love y'all, and I'm using short intros for now, right, guys? Because we're trying to get people to stick around longer, and a lot of them are leaving during my long intro. So we're gonna use the first intro on the beginning of this. We used my first intro I ever made, and we're using my first outro I ever made right now. All right. I love you guys. Bye.